Welcome to day 444 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi. So the crypto markets have taken a huge hit again, yet again, I guess I should say. And, we see Bitcoin standing at around 23,000 to 24,000 mark. All the other cryptos have fallen along with it. How much lower can we go, Brian?
I think a lot of it's dependent on inflation data, both in the United States and globally. Uh, right now, we've pulled back about two-thirds from the high. The high was what, about 68, $69,000. We're sitting at around $23,000 right now in Bitcoin. So we had that two-thirds pullback, which usually is typical in Bitcoin for a bounce. That does not mean we're going to bounce right now. I think that I think the $22,000 area is pretty good support, and then going back further, probably about 19,000. Will we get there? Like I said, I think it's going to depend on inflation data. It's going to depend on the U.S. stock market. The market's down a lot this morning in the pre-market in the U.S., so that's playing a part in today's drop. But I think we just got to see what happens. And I also Celsius, which is an exchange, they are freezing people's money, not allowing for withdrawals. So that has some extra panic in the system. People think it could go under. People don't know what's going to happen with that. Uh, I I think it's important if you want total trust, keep your own keys in any crypto. I mean, I have money in Coinbase and in Gemini. I trust them, but anything's possible. So just be careful, and just I think that I think that everybody's just got to be cautious and know what's happening. I'm not going to say to buy, jump in right now. I think that if you were to buy, I think 5 years from now you'll be happy, but that's not investment advice. It can definitely go lower. I think $19,000 is probably in the short term a good area for it to bounce. It could maybe not even get there. It could bounce at 22. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some experts say, "Oh, it might fall all the way down to $8,000," and you never know. So you just gotta, take that in mind. You don't know where this is going. It could maybe we're at a bottom right now, or maybe we still have another 10,000 plus to go. We don't know,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there's another halving in Bitcoin in 2024, and usually after that halving, there's a supply shock. So I mean, most people would say that over the long run, Bitcoin is going to be a much higher than what it was even at the last high. So,
Well,
but go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if this was a bull market, things would be crazy. You had you had Jack Dorsey and Block announce Web 5, which is being basically built on top of Bitcoin. You have all kinds of news coming from Mastercard. You have news coming from PayPal. I think there's so much happening with crypto that once we do emerge, things are just going to go higher and higher. Uh, but it's just bad timing right now, and I think that $8,000 Bitcoin, it's possible, but I feel like we really need kind of like a disaster like COVID to see something like that. We need the U.S. stock market to probably drop another 20%. We need just an all out panic for that to happen in my mind.
Yeah, and other cryptos have followed Bitcoin. We see Solana down, we see Ethereum down, at what around 1,400 or so. DeSo, it's sitting at around $8.50 or so, which is an all-time low. So all the cryptos tend to follow Bitcoin for the most part, and sometimes they follow Bitcoin but at a higher multiplier. So it's just one of those times. It's crypto winter. I think we've probably been in a crypto winter for quite some time right now, and we'll hit summer again at some point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Summer will eventually come. Just when that will be, we just don't know.
It might not be this summer, but it's going to come eventually. So Natter put out a lot of stuff yesterday, and over the weekend he put out, he's been very active on DeSo, making a lot of posts, and he said that they're planning to launch some really fun stuff this week. He didn't really say exactly what, but he said it does include a Discord-like group messaging for DAOs with the ability to give diamonds on messages coming soon after that. So it's interesting. We're going to get a Discord-like group messaging feature on DAO, I assume. it's something that is needed, and people have been requesting not only on DAO but on DeSo in general. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how it functions. Is it really going to be like Discord, or is it going to be more like Telegram, where you have group messaging and you have one-on-one messaging, but you don't actually have the ability to create the folders like Discord? We'll have to wait and see. He also said he's hoping to launch PokeDAO soon. He said he believes it's going to set an example of the first collectible DAO on DAO. PokeDAO is something he's been talking about quite a bit, where the original idea was that, it would be a DAO set up to buy this huge Pokemon collection on eBay. I think it's over $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. And then, like I said, the original idea was to take those cards, burn them, and then create NFTs around them. I don't know if that's still the idea. He said he's been talking to a lot of people in the Pokemon space to get some better ideas and how to prioritize different things.
Yeah, I just want to say like Natter's continuing to build during this winter within crypto. That's exactly what you need to do. Those who continue to build during the winter are the ones that are going to flourish in the summer. And I think Natter understands that, having been through winters in the past. We've been through several winters. It doesn't really phase us too much. Bitcoin could go down to $3,000 and we'd be just like, okay, well, we're long term, we're holding long term. But I think that Natter's just trying to fire on all cylinders, try and see what's going to work. I think the PokeDAO could have potential, especially if he gets the right people involved. I think it's important that he gets the right people involved, because obviously you need to bring people in from outside of DeSo to get involved. With 1,500 daily active users, I'm guessing probably only a small fraction are actually knowledgeable about Pokemon and interested in Pokemon. So it's important we bring people in from outside.
Yeah, I mean that's like the biggest, hurdle I think you could say for Natter and launching PokeDAO, is being able to bring some big Pokemon collectors in, people who are really into it, and maybe somebody like a Jake Paul who has a huge Pokemon following, or there's a few other YouTube stars who they make a habit, they make a career out of opening Pokemon packs and having people watch them, and the suspense in opening these packs. If somebody that could get involved in a PokeDAO, I think, and then push that to their followers, or at least that their followers and subscribers know about it, that could be huge for DAO.
For sure.
So Nader also said he's thinking about prioritizing some things on DAO and on DeSo, and he wanted some community feedback. But he said after talking to a lot of people, the main things that he's hearing that are kind of needed, and this is mostly about DAO, but some of it's about DeSo, is adding US dollar treasury for primary fundraisers on DAO. Right now it's mostly DeSo, but you can use Ethereum, you can use other cryptocurrencies as well. He also said adding a withdrawal to USDC, so you can kind of take it out to USDC, and the ability to post long form on-chain medium style post on DAO. This is similar to Zirkles, and Zirkles is already doing this. So I don't know, maybe.
And
Go ahead, Brian.
we're also going to talk about Cup right here in a few minutes, similar to that as well.
Yeah, like maybe an integration would be better than building something out. I don't know. It would be better for the DeSo ecosystem, I think.
Yeah, like I think it's important that the core team doesn't stomp out projects that are
Yeah.
working hard on certain things. So like if there's already medium type nodes being constructed, and then the core team decides they want to release something, I think that could be dangerous. It's definitely going to turn off the developers. So I think sort of integrations and maybe helping those projects with maybe certain core features would be a better idea.
Yeah, like let them know like what you need on DAO. Let them know like if you can build this, then we're gonna use your service on our platform. We'll integrate with you. I think that's definitely the way to go. Another interesting point he said is maybe having the ability to email your followers. I'm not sure about this. What do you think?
Uh, you know, I think it can definitely help with user retention, but I don't know how many people are going to be keen on having email. Uh, I don't know. I think it's it's not a bad option. I don't think, if people want to enable email, enable the ability to receive emails, I think that's not a bad thing. So if they want to build it, I don't think it's going to be a total failure.
Yeah, I think it would definitely have to be an option in the receiver's settings. Like, do you want to receive emails from those you follow? I think it definitely has to be an option. Another thing Nader touched on was MetaMask integration. I think it's
Big.
safe to
That's
say,
big.
I think it's safe to say it's coming and it's probably toward the top of the roadmap, especially for DAO because it's going to be very important for DAO. But I think it's going to be important for other apps currently and apps that could potentially be built on DeSo in the future.
Absolutely. MetaMask, obviously Ethereum, the largest chain besides Bitcoin. I think we need to see integration with Ethereum because that's going to be able to help bring people on from other chains, Ethereum in particular, to DeSo. And that's exactly what we need. That's what various nodes that are trying to expand need. So I'm really excited about MetaMask integration.
And to be clear, MetaMask is working on DAO. If you want to deposit money into a DAO, you can use MetaMask. But he's talking about more integration, whereas you don't have to even create a DeSo username. You can use your MetaMask login, the private key generated from that, to basically automatically create a DeSo username. And the potential for that is huge, I think. And I mean, it's huge for DAO, but I also think it's going to be huge for other apps. And it might even get some Ethereum developers building on top of DeSo because they have that MetaMask integration. So hopefully that comes really soon. He said official public key generation for secure cold storage, or offline, I'm sorry, I didn't mean official. Offline public key generation for secure cold storage. So this is interesting. So you're going to be able to generate a cold public key. So
Yeah, cold
without
wallets.
logging on, you're not going to have to even have an internet connection. You can create a public key in order to secure a cold storage wallet. You never have to have any connection. It will just be connected to your account.
Yeah, I mean, as people have more and more assets in DeSo, I think this is obviously going to be important. I know we created a secondary account with a dedicated laptop just to store our assets on it so that we know that it's secure. But if there was the ability to create these wallets, these cold wallets uh, offline, I think we definitely use that.
Yeah, for sure. And he said NFTs on DAO pages, of course, on DAO, for easy access. And he said this is going to be useful for PokeDAO. And he didn't really say why, but he said you'll soon see why.
I'm guessing something with maybe burning Pokemon cards and putting them as NFTs. And what better way to kind of publicize it than put some examples maybe up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do this.
Absolutely.
Will there be any trademark issues involved if you're burning Pokemon cards and making NFTs based on those cards? Like, I would imagine there'd be some
I, I
sort of trademark issues going on.
I mean, we had the burnt Banksy, but I think that's a whole other situation where somebody actually burnt a Banksy painting, but they made the video of the burning actually an NFT. But I think the fact that you have a corporation you're dealing with rather than an artist might kind of change things there.
Maybe not. Like, I don't know. I'm
Maybe
not a
not.
lawyer. I don't know the laws, but it would be interesting to hear a
If it's
lawyer speak on it.
decentralized, then maybe there's not really as much to worry about.
Yeah, but the DAO's not really decentralized. And there's people who bought into the DAO or the person
Right.
who created the DAO. So I don't know.
I'm sure
Nader
he'll
also,
have his legal ducks in a row.
yeah, I'm sure he's talked to his legal team. Nader also said that group messaging within DAO is easily underestimated and that it has huge potential, especially for DAOs. And we're going to see that potential grow out as DAO, evolves.
Yeah.
He also asked for feedback from the community, and he got a lot of great ideas. I was reading through the thread, and I definitely suggest you read through this thread as well. Again, it's posted under the comment about this topic above this video on DeSo or below on YouTube. But a lot of the great ideas came from Nordian, Doodles, Stargeezer, Ben Ursing, Gabby, Flanagan, Vishal Guya, Ryan Elf, and many, many others who I don't have the time to mention them all, but the typical people who are always giving great feedback for the most part.
Yeah, and congrats to everybody that always provides feedback because you guys are the ones who are building, helping build DeSo and helping to spread the ideas that are used to build DeSo. But Nader also addressed some other issues. He touched on Binance. I know we've been hearing Binance might be coming soon, probably for the last year, maybe the last like 6 or 8 months. But he said that Binance and other exchange listings are being worked on. He said that getting listed on other exchanges isn't as easy as it might seem. It's ultimately up to Binance to decide when or if DeSo is listed. He said that he believes DeSo is a high priority for them, but they have no explicit timelines from Binance just yet. He also said that DeSo was, in his opinion, or at least he believes, was the fastest layer one listing ever on Coinbase from its launch to when it was listed on Coinbase, which from everything I've seen, it appears to be true. So a Binance listing, it may be coming, it may not be coming, it might be coming soon, it might not be coming soon. We don't
Well,
know. I do think it's very important that there's more than just one major exchange to exchange DeSo on, because not everybody has a Coinbase account. Not everybody can get a Coinbase account. Uh, they're pretty strict exchange, I think. So if you could have like one or two other major exchanges dealing with DeSo, I think it would make the market a lot more fluid. But we'll see. Hopefully it's soon.
yeah, and I mean, you say it may or may not come to Binance. I think from reading what Natter's saying and listening to what he said in the past, I think it is coming to Binance. I think we're pretty certain of that. We just don't know we just don't know what the timeline is.
Right. Also, Thorsten, I talked about this a little bit earlier. He said that he's renaming Clout Pub as Cupright, and that can be accessed at cupright.org. And they say it's the world's first publishing platform with DeSo integration, which it is. Clout Pub was the original publishing platform on DeSo. Thorsten did a great job with that. He's continuing to build on it, and it is it's really a robust medium like publishing platform built on DeSo. So you have that, you have Zirkles. uh, I think, like I said before, I think that the core team just needs to help these projects. They don't really need to build something themselves, because all that time that these projects spent, like Thorsten spent, and Dennis H. Lewis and Tony Lewis spent, would be kind of wasted if they just kind of build something that is in their interest. So let's just hope that everybody can kind of work together. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely, and I love what Thorsten's been doing on DeSo. He's an OG who's been here from the very start and has constantly been building apps, building web apps, and I just hope he keeps it up because what he's doing is quite amazing. So Invest in Digital made a post yesterday saying he's working to report on updates within the DeSo ecosystem for July. He recently put out the June update, which showed some of the things that have been happening within the ecosystem, whether it be a new app or an app that has some really cool updates, or an app that's working on updates that they plan to integrate in the future or bring to fruition in the future. So he's working on the July update. So he said if you have any details you want to, about an app you're working on, about an app that's coming up, about some changes you're making that will be available soon, definitely contact him and let him know what that is. He said provide links, websites, posts, images, and anything else you think could be helpful, and get it to him by July 5th if you want to be included in that July update. So you still have several weeks left, but just a warning, if you want to be in that update, definitely get stuff to him soon.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're working on things like this. They had an update last week. It's important that they stay communicating with the users, the members. I know they've lacked that in the past, but hopefully we're turning a corner here, and we're going to see a lot of updates. We're going to see a lot of changes from Natter. And even though the crypto markets are plunging this week and probably the last couple of months now, it ultimately, when we do come out of it, we're going to come out of it strong.
Yeah, so what were the top hashtags from the last 24 hours, Brian?
Yeah, so number one was Bitcoin, followed by crypto, DeSo, cryptocurrency, and Ethereum. And I think that's kind of all caused by the plunge of the crypto markets. Just a lot of crypto talk, Ethereum and Bitcoin talk. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, like we haven't seen Ethereum up there for quite some time.
if ever. I don't even know if it's ever been up there.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
either.
but thanks to Open Prosper for those hashtags. Also, the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours, according to Altumbase. We missed these yesterday. I apologize if you were up there. We were traveling. It was windy. It was a little chaotic, but we got the video out. We just forgot to do the
Yeah,
top
and
diamond creators.
Kitty 4D asked why we had an at sign in the posts we made, but without any names following, and that was just because we didn't actually have a chance to add those names. It was just too hard because I was doing it on my mobile phone while we were on vacation. It was too hard to copy and paste each name we mentioned and type them in. So we apologize for that, and we're back to normal today.
Yeah, so the last 24 hours, top diamond creators. Number one was Natter. He made a lot of posts, gave a lot of updates, deserved those diamonds. Followed by Now and Then, The Devil, Happy Rabbit, Krasenstein, us, Anacon 5, Gake, Panini, The Social World, and ECOE. So congrats to all of them.
Yeah, congratulations. That's all the news that we have for today. We'll see what happens with the crypto markets today, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. See everybody tomorrow.